Welcome in and thank you for joining us on the Pay the Price podcast. This season is called Dawn of the Diliculum, and you are tuning in to episode 10. In Dawn of the Diliculum, we are playing Starforged essentially as it is available. The great thing about the system is that it can be played cooperatively, no GM necessary, so everyone is a player, and helps craft the story. And since there's no GM, there's practically no prep time between shows for any of us. As we do every week, we are sitting down to play with no clue where this story is going to go, so you get to listen in on the action as it unfolds in real time. You can play just like we do and learn more about what we've got going on and show your support at patreon.com/samuraibeat. We will have patron exclusive content there, and we will be publishing other shows such as The Midnight Connection, Eddie and my conversational podcast about two dads talking about whatever we want at the only time that we can. With all that being said, let's get into the game. My name is Chris Patu, and today I have with me the primary players of the Pay the Price podcast. Starting with Mr. Eddie, the Red Tree, Fuentes.
Hola, amigos.
The Guru, Roman Picardo.
Good evening.
And you should watch The Wailing, Ivan Palaroan.
Please, watch it. It's good.
So last time on episode 9, our crew was exploring the ship, the Ironhome ship. And after having resolved the issue in the engine room, they were beset by banshees. We named them banshees. By banshee creatures. Quickly dispatching one and managing to escape the room, the party went deeper into the Ironhome ship and ended up in the quarters, the living quarters section. Although, being down near the engine room, these were the not-so-savory quarters of the ship. Upon arriving there, they encountered a group of survivors who incarcerated them. And then we come to find out that they turn out to be a sort of... It's a very strange situation. Victimized by the Leech Queen in some form or fashion, to the point where everything has been called into question that the party has been doing. So Duke is not sure anymore if following the Leech Queen is the best course of action. So Luz discovers where all the women and children and their bodies are, and the group has decided to break free of their captivity and are about to make their escape when the alarms sound. Roman, do you want to set the scene for us?
Sure. So, after dispatching, I forget if his name was Boris, after Luz dispatched the guard, basically setting Goshi free from an iron vow, the alarms went off. And once the alarm goes off, the characters find out that they need to potentially take this as an advantage. And then going down the hallway, trying to get out, find a way out, they see someone on the ground, and he has a radio in his hand. And through the radio, you can hear a conversation. Oh my God, who are these guys? Freeze, halt. We are the Shard Hunters. We know that she is here. And that's where we can start. Goshi goes, oh, snap. The Shard Hunters. I hope it's not the same guys that we left behind at Nexus.
So how did we hear that information again? Sorry.
The radio on someone who's on the ground.
On a body, yeah.
On a body.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting.
Got third party in the mix now.
Wait, so they're here on the Nexus now, too?
The Nexus was...
That's the
yes,
Ironhome.
this is the Ironhome
Nexus.
Nexus, correct.
So they either tracked or followed us, presumably.
Or it could be a new group, but yes, they've been tracking the lady.
But the lady is not here.
No, she's not. That's another thing. Goshi was able to go into the computers and found out that the signal did not come from this ship, which is another head scratcher.
All right, well,
Okay.
That's some interesting information. Doesn't change the goal. We need to get to the Diliculum as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hopefully they didn't do anything untoward to my baby.
Oh,
Shall we do?
Sparrow should have the map still, or well, we were blindfolded, weren't we?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Either way,
Yeah.
we're
We
lost.
we freed ourselves.
We
We freed ourselves, but we don't know where we are.
I think we do know where we are because Sparrow had figured out how to get to the front of the ship and knew that we had to go through the residential section, which is why
Right.
we're in this room.
Right.
Okay.
So we have a general
we get-
sense.
Because
Good enough.
we walked to the residential place. We weren't taken there.
Correct.
We didn't run into the mass people until we got to the residential section.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unless they moved us entirely, which
I don't think they did. They just
We'll
took
figure it out.
somewhere.
So we need to gather information or explore.
yeah, I'm thinking maybe we just do. Is that undertaking an undertake an expedition?
Around through perilous.
Perilous space, unexplored terrain.
Technically, this is also a waypoint, so that other one also works.
Or what is our what's the one we use for navigation? Is it usually this one?
Yeah, I think it's usually undertake an expedition
Set a course.
or set a course. Yeah.
All right, let's do set a course.
Sure, why not?
Sparrow,
Yes, sir.
what do you make of the situation? What do you think our first waypoint should be from here to get back to the docks?
We're still. I'd say we're like the center of this residential district here. I think from what it looks like. If we make it to the south end of town, we can head to this. I guess it was whatever this east exit is to the cargo bay, and then from cargo bay we can wrap around back to our where we docked the ship.
All right. So see if we can make it to the south end of town first.
That is correct. South, it's not like southeast.
Okay. I'm gonna make a roll for that. Supply. It's a miss.
Oh.
Fantastic. Starting off well, guys. On a miss, you're waylaid by a threat along the way and must pay the price.
Pay the price.
Pay the price. If you survive, you may push on safely to your destination. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Must pay the price.
we need a jingle for pay the price or some sort of musical tone.
Pay the price. Okay, let me roll that. You make the most obvious negative outcome happen, or roll on the oracle. All right. So we were waylaid. Okay, so Duke, after we have kind of regrouped in the hallway and made our decision to head to the south part of town, Duke leads the way down the hall in the direction that he thinks is the right way to go. Feels pretty confident about it. And it opens up into a large, just from a quick glance at everything, is probably what they've been using as a mess hall, but it wasn't originally a mess hall. It's maybe more of like a regular communal area in this building. But now you have makeshift tables and chairs kind of set up around the room. You've got remnants of old, spoiled food that are scattered about on the table and the floors, and it's just a dirty, dingy mess in this room. And we come bursting into the room from, at full sprint down the hall. And as soon as Duke enters into the room, we see that there's a handful of survivors from this group. Did we ever name them? No, okay. Just calling them survivors. A handful of survivors from the group that are currently eating, but they're sort of getting up from their food, so they're hearing the stuff that's coming through the radio also. So then they're responding to it, and as they're getting up, kind of getting their weapons and stuff ready, they see us come in, and immediately start to open fire. And Duke, being the first out the door, I'm gonna say he catches a bullet. Where's my health at? I don't think I'm hurt yet. 5. Okay. So Duke catches a bullet. I'm gonna call it a. I'm gonna roll for this. All right, and we're gonna do 33% on this. Low, mid, high.
Nice.
Add momentum.
Good God. It's a 71. All right. Jeez. So Duke comes in. They turn and start opening fire, and Duke, in an effort to protect his crew, makes himself as big as possible.
So brave.
So brave. And in the process, he catches a couple of bullets center mass. Not immediately life-threatening, but he's hurt. He is hurt real bad. So he's got a shot in the shoulder. He's got a shot kind of like near the rib cage, and then in the let's say upper left pectoral. So coming from the back behind him, you seeing him just run up there and just get pop 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 like that, you'd imagine he's already dead. But he stops the bullets, and then he falters back onto who was behind him. Who's number 2 in line?
It'd probably be me, the navigator.
Okay, so he falls back onto Sparrow, and you just see multiple gunshot wounds he's bleeding from, and he's just like, he's like, Sparrow, get back, go back.
Duke, he sees Duke kind of just really kind of taken aback of what just happened. And, panicking, Sparrow's like, Duke, yeah, stay with me. You gotta wake up. You gotta just keep your eyes open, buddy.
I'm gonna do a roll here and try to. It was a major harm, which is a -3 to health, and I'm going to. Let's see.
Remember, beginning session, add momentum, please.
Oh yes, thank you.
Because that might help.
Yeah, I might need that. Way to start the session. Critical injury. I'm gonna try to choose to resist it. Roll harder iron. Duke is gonna go heart on this one. Here we go. Weak hit. On a weak hit, if you are not wounded, you may lose momentum in exchange for the health. Otherwise, press on. What does that mean?
I think you just take the health hit.
Yeah.
And no other consequence.
Nothing, no other consequence.
Okay.
So you just diesel.
Okay.
3 damage.
He's, goodness gracious. Okay. So
he's
he is somehow still hanging in there. So adjusting health down to 2. But he needs attention as soon as possible.
As the doors open and Luce sees the muzzle flashes and sees Duke fall back, Luce is going to immediately cloak and run into the room, try to backstab some people.
Oh shoot.
So,
entering the fray,
I do have my shade buff, but that will be for the strike, not for entering the fray.
Yeah, so enter the fray first.
So preparing to act, I'm going to roll that shadow.
I hope you do better than I did.
Well, it's loose, so. Weak hit.
Okay.
So on a weak hit, I will choose to be in control.
All right.
So how many people are there inside the room?
I said a handful.
A handful? All right. So Luce is going to go and try to knock one of those.
We should start a progress track here.
All right.
It's, I'll do that. You can keep going.
So Luce, under the cover of his cloak, will go to the furthest enemy from the door and kind of work his way to the front from the back, if you will, and will strike the poor man getting up from his meal, still like half gun coming out of the holster, and will strike.
The slow one.
Yes, the slow one.
They're feeling a little emboldened because they shot Duke up real well.
And so that'll be a strike.
I'm making it formidable for now.
All right. And that'll be close quarters. And so I got a +5 on this.
+5 or a preset 5?
Or preset 5, sorry.
Okay, so your action score is a 6.
It's a 6.
That is a strong hit.
Boom.
Nice.
So mark progress twice.
Twice, all right. That's 2 big boxes.
So in all the commotion, everyone's looking towards the door. Luce runs to the back and just quickly shanks the dude trying to pull his gun holster out and covers his mouth so that it doesn't really, just lets out like a very weak whimper. And let's say 3 others remain in the room.
All right. Who's feeling compelled to go next?
Seeing, hearing the gunfire and seeing Duke fall on top of, fall back onto Sparrow. So, oh no, Duke! He's gonna see if he can find, actually, first aid is part of our kit, isn't it? In our beginning kit.
I believe so.
So,
You
let's see if we can.
Can't administer first aid while there's 3 people shooting at us.
We'd have to both get pulled back into.
It's time to fight, Goshi.
Fight.
Get out! This is why we gave you a weapon, Goshi.
Yeah, like,
Get out there.
did we
time to
hire a
shine.
pacifist?
Well, it's not that I'm a pacifist. I've spent most of my life in front of a computer terminal.
Shoot something.
Shoot
So when
something.
push,
All right.
push comes to shove,
All right, let's try it. First, I got to enter the fray. Okay, enter the fray. So, I guess I'm gonna shoot somebody with the firearm that you guys gave me, facing off against the foe. I guess. Yeah, so it's not close quarters. So I guess I have to use heart. Okay. And let's see what happens. I am at full momentum too, so
You could be a hero right here.
yeah.
Who knew you had it in you, Goshi? Oh no.
all is right in the world.
You could miss or burn the momentum.
Yeah, let's go ahead and burn the momentum.
Burn
I'll go
it
ahead
for
and
a
burn the
strong
momentum.
hit.
Yes,
Okay.
burn it for a strong hit.
I'll reset you.
Thank you. So strong hit. I'm at 2 momentum. I am now in control. Click. So with that, now I have to make, since I'm in control, I strike, correct?
Yep.
All right.
I'm adding your 2 momentum.
Thank you.
Yep. Should be combat move section.
Combat move.
Got it.
Okay. Got it? All right. And I'm attack at a distance. I have to roll edge. Dun, dun, dun.
Edge for the shot.
All right, here we go. And I don't have anything to help me. All right.
Oh no. You could burn again for a weak hit.
Technically, yes.
You still have enough for a weak hit. So your call. Miss or a weak hit.
Darn it. You know what? Again, since I'm a non-combatant, I will take the miss.
All right.
I am now in a bad spot and I have to pay the price.
And the fight turns against you.
Yes, it does. Pay the price. You know what? Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice to see what happens. 27.
Your
Your
action.
action causes collateral damage. Oh,
Oh no. Or has an unintended effect. All right. What has gone down?
Collateral
This is not looking
damage.
good for the team.
Oh no. Collateral damage. Oh. So
Sparrow has been shot.
Goshi says, I want to oh, here they come. While Goshi points his weapon, he actually closes his eyes and pulls the trigger. And it hits a pipe of some sort, and now the room is filling up with some sort of yellowish looking
Oh
gas.
gosh. Oh no. He's like, you hit something. We're gonna need a different way out of here, Sparrow. Duke is coughing up blood.
Do we have to pull some sort of suffer move from that?
Maybe not just now.
Maybe
you can put a clock onto it.
Maybe if we
because
stay in
it's
there.
a big room, correct? So it's a mess hall, so give it time to fill up the room. Progress clock.
Yeah.
Is there only one exit in this mess hall?
You have the map.
Well, I imagine like a mess hall, just like an actual just building, right?
Yeah. Multiple ways out.
Well, it was a communal room first.
Yes.
So likely, yes.
There's got to be at least 2 doors.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'll
let's
put-
make it a clock. And
Let me delete this clock. Almost certain. Okay.
yeah.
All right. What now, team?
Okay, I did mine. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Oh, yes, I did change it. Yes.
Well, I guess since Sparrow is holding Duke's bleeding body and Goshi has shot possibly poisonous gas into the room, Luce is just going to continue doing on what he does and is gonna try to chain his backstabs.
He's cleaving.
Hey, when you get the critical, you get the critical. So Luce is, since he is in control, will go to the next closest enemy and pull out a stab. So I will strike. Combat move.
Should this become an extreme progress track now?
What do you mean?
In terms of difficulty?
It could stay the same.
Formidable?
Uh,
Maybe after it fills the room. How about that?
Yeah.
that
I did
or-
already take one out, so it's like -1 + 1. Stakes wise.
A little of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah,
It evens out.
If we get another pay the price, then maybe we can go up.
All right.
That's not Luce's speed.
Let's
So
see.
Luce strikes.
Oh, are you sure? No, he doesn't. We're in a rash of misses now.
So as Luce quickly tries to chain to the next foe, he starts feeling really lightheaded. And the exertion of coming in and out of cloak and running all the way to the other end of the room is making him breathe in a lot harder than he would usually. So the effect of this gas filling up the room has taken a toll. And so, the most obvious negative outcome of that would be that he begins to either lose momentum or endure harm.
This is how you're paying the price.
That is how I'm paying the price.
Pay the price.
I'll probably lose momentum because I don't think that the gas would necessarily harm me immediately.
Yet, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and lose momentum.
There you go.
So when delayed or disadvantaged, suffer -1 momentum for minor setback, -2 for serious, 3 for major. I guess what do we think? Minor or serious?
Minor. It just
It's a
started.
minor. Yeah.
Minor. All right.
It's an irritant right now. How has the fight turned against you?
So as all this is happening in front of everyone's faces, all of a sudden time freezes and it starts rewinding 3 seconds before the hit because Luce uses the looper asset.
Oh, tell the audience.
So my looper asset says when you score a miss on a suffer move, you may loop back a second or two. If you do, lose 2 momentum, reroll any dice, and take +1 momentum on a strong hit.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to assets.
Let's
ladies and
see.
gentlemen.
Let's see what happens.
Let me lose 2 momentum. It goes down to 6. And then I'm going to re-roll this Jenks like nothing happened. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine, guys.
No one saw anything.
So if you were
I
to
will
miss
burn.
again, would that trigger another loop?
No, I think I can only do it once per.
Okay, just making
That
sure.
would be crazy.
You're gonna keep us trapped.
Endless loop. All right, so I will burn my momentum and get the weak hit. So we can mark progress twice. So
Twice.
Luce goes up to the second one and stabs him. And as Luce stabs him, the shock causes the man that Luce has just stabbed to like clutch onto Luce in his dying throes and holds him in place right underneath the gas. And so Luce is inhaling this gas and is kind of like stuck there for a minute as the guy slowly gurgles out his last breath.
But he's got this intense look in his eyes. And he's like, I'm gonna taking you with me.
Exactly.
With
He
his
can't
last
say
effort.
anything since he did get stabbed in the neck. But
Oh, he's saying it with his eyes.
exactly.
We're in trouble.
The 2 of them are
We
down.
got one. We got one. We're in trouble. We're at 4 boxes on the progress track. Sparrow, you're gonna...
Just drop his body on the floor, Sparrow.
Yeah, just leave me. Leave me, Sparrow. The floor is becoming slick.
Ooh, so there's only 2 dudes left?
Yes. 2 dudes and gas.
2 dudes and some gassy gas. Okay. I guess I will enter fray. Let's just do straight up heart.
Weak hit.
Choose one. I'll take the in control.
Right.
So Sparrow, seeing Goshi basically add more to our troubles, and seeing as Luce has taken out one and is pretty much about to take out another, drops Duke to the side and pulls out his gun and starts firing at the closest guy to him. And
Sorry, I was looking at something.
oh,
There you go.
Good. Where was I? Strike. Yes. Okay.
You on edge, right?
It's not a. Is it distance?
I said, I think it's pretty much like either melee or ranged.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll go edge. Yeah. Of course.
Man,
Of course.
we are on a roll,
We're gonna die.
All
gentlemen.
right. Well. All right. So.
All right.
Sparrow's shooting. You know, just kind of blind firing at this point because the gas has gotten worse and it's kind of clouded his vision, and it's inhaling the gas is really messing up his his mind. He can't cognitively think, I guess, straight. So he's just kind of blind firing in the direction, and so the other guy ends up, I guess, shooting back as well. Pay the price.
Everyone's in a bad spot.
Yeah, we're all in a bad spot. I'm gonna, you know what? Sparrow took a hit too. Sparrow's taking hits.
Oh gosh, this hallway is a disaster.
Yeah.
Wasn't even hungry.
Why do we go this way?
Do I also now take endure harm?
Yeah, if you can decide how severe it is, or you could do what I did.
I will. How did you roll for that?
I just
roll.
I did a straight roll.
Okay.
Took it by thirds. Hey.
Oh, okay.
There you
go. So I get a -1 for my health. I'm gonna say I took like a bullet to the leg.
Nice.
So -1 to my health gives me a -3. But I got a strong hit. I can shake it off, embrace the pain. I will embrace the pain, take my 1 momentum, and then puts me in control.
But you lose health, right?
I did.
Yeah, you do lose. Okay.
All right.
The bars are going down.
Technically, you can still act, right, Duke?
I can, yeah. I was trying to decide what to do.
Just watching everyone around you die.
Yep. It's like, oh no. Oh, the crew is going down. No, Duke is gonna... So Duke is in, obviously, a severe amount of pain. After he was dumped by Sparrow, he kind of scurried his way and pushed his way to the wall so he could at least sit up. And he watches as Sparrow unloads a few shots and then catches one in the leg himself. And Duke is just pissed off because obviously he's taking, responsibility for what happened because he led the crew into the room. So he's trying to what he can to pack his wounds. I mean, he's pulling out some random claws that he had in his pants, his cargo pockets and stuff like that, and he's trying to just keep pressure on what he can with not much success. And instead, he's realizing very quickly that if we can't get away from the remaining 2 guys, then there's a very good chance we're all going to die. So he decides to... Oh, didn't my handgun jam last session? I think it did. Shit. Alright, so he...
You can always use the power of words.
That's right. I'm gonna enter the fray. Let's see what happens here. It's gonna work. I'll just smash it into the ground till it fires. Okay, enter the fray. I guess facing off. I guess weak hit. I will take in control. All right. So Duke pulls out his pistol, points it at one of the remaining guys, and then remembers that it had just jammed. And he's like, damn it. And he throws it. And then he decides to call out to Sparrow, who's kind of dealing with his leg. He's waving at him to basically beckoning him to throw him his gun, right? Because he just got rid of his. So Sparrow decides to, while trying to wrap his leg, tosses his gun over to Duke so he can have both hands available. Duke catches the gun and is able to get off a shot. So he will strike at one of the remaining baddies. And we're going at distance. We're going with the edge. Another miss. Alright, now I'm burning momentum to make it a weak hit. So let me burn down to 2. And on a weak hit, mark progress twice. But you expose yourself to danger, you are in a bad spot. So we got 2 boxes. That takes us to 6 boxes on our progress track, which is decent. All right. So Duke catches the gun, points it over and fires off some rounds into one of the remaining survivors. And it's enough to put him down. He's not dead, but he's worse than Duke. So he's, very injured, probably not moving anywhere anytime soon. But still conscious and still alive. So he catches a few, stumbles back, and then falls into one of the tables nearby. And you can hear him screaming in the middle, screaming and then coughing, and then screaming and gurgling and coughing, and that whole thing as he's trying to stay alive. And in the process of that, Duke he lost his balance because he was kind of leaning to get the shot off, and he fell down off the wall. So now he's kind of laying there on the ground, pretty much incapable of defending or attacking from his position. And the whole encounter has just like cranked up his pain. So he is now, and he's starting to he's starting to feel the early effects of the massive amount of blood he's lost. So he's weakened by the whole thing. He lets go of the gun. He's like, I can't. And he's trying to keep everything together. And he's just kind of laying there after almost dispatching one of the guys.
Nice.
All right. I think I'll go. However, we need to roll on the clock. 71. So that's a click.
Right, one
Goshi
takedown.
sees what's going on, seeing Duke fire, but staggers a bit and being a little bit inspired. Goshi tries to fire again. This time you hear him say, okay, this time don't close your eyes. And he is going to clash. And I'm going to go ahead and still try to fire at the one that's healthy, that's still standing. Because I am in a bad spot, so I have to use the clash move. All right. Weak hit. Okay, weak hit. Mark progress. But you are dealt a counter blow or set back. Stay in a bad spot. Okay, pay the price again. This time, Goshi does hit. However, the one that was healthy was also to get off a round. And I will suffer a move as suffer a... What was it? Not suffer. Suffer move.
Endure harm.
I will endure harm. I shall endure harm. So I have to use...
How severe?
Let's find out. Let's make a roll on that one again, too. How severe was it? Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
very severe.
Miss with a match.
Very severe.
Dude, that's as bad a roll as you could possibly get.
That's
Yes.
a yikes.
Double tens against a 1.
Okay,
Holy
so
crap.
today is the 26th. Okay.
Today we lay our
I-
friend to rest.
Rest in
Yes.
peace, Goshi.
The minute he picks up a gun,
Should have stayed in the bag.
Should have stayed. Okay, so this is going to be major harm.
Oh my gosh.
This is -3 to what? I have to make a roll, correct?
I mean, you don't
my
have
health
to
is not at
resist. You can
0.
just take it.
Yeah, I'll just take
But
it.
with a match, there's some other extenuating circumstance.
So I take a hit, and hey, what? Oh, it was a match and double tens. Yikes. Okay, let's make this good. So, although Goshi was able to squeeze out a round, unfortunately for the guy who got hit, he was able to squeeze out a round himself, and it really hurt. And unfortunately for Goshi, it looks like it hit a major artery.
Oh shoot. Where? Like we talk like
Yeah.
talking neck? Thigh.
Well, because the guy got hit first. Let's say the thigh. Let's say the thigh.
All these people can't
And
walk.
Yeah, we're all
yes,
screwed. We're not going
we all-
anywhere.
and maybe I should put
I
a
can.
clock that
This guy.
if I don't get first aid soon, I'm gonna pass out or worse because I'm losing blood. So let's do that.
Interesting.
Get first aid soon. And yes, it's gonna be a 4, and yeah, it's gonna be almost certain. All right. So
Great. This is great.
So Luce, albeit slightly affected by the gas, finally wrangles free from the cold clutches of the dead body holding on to him. Looks around, sees his captain shot in the chest 3 times up against the wall, his navigator shot in the leg with only one of his pistols, and sees the tech Goshi also bleeding profusely out of a major artery, and the room is filling up with gas. So Luce finds the exit on the other side of where the crew came in and immediately rushes back and forth to try to get everyone out of the room, starting with Goshi because he needs the most help hobbling over. Let's see, that doesn't necessarily...
Are you trying to... Do you want to make this a progress move?
To move everyone out?
To determine how successful we are in the entire encounter.
Sure.
And we have 8. 8's not bad. 8's
not
pretty good.
bad. So would this be like a finish the scene kind of thing?
Take decisive action for combat, I think.
The combat's over.
Yeah, I guess they're all incapacitated enough.
Yeah.
Right.
So probably finish the scene.
Yeah, I think finish the scene.
All right. So
Did you take your health damage, Roman?
Oh, -3. I
Does
gotta
it leave
take
you at a 1?
I got it. Yeah. Well, nope. I'm at a 2.
you know who still has 5 health?
This guy.
The guy killing everyone.
Right
Where's my
after you
team?
make this roll.
Somehow I trip and break my femur and try to carry everyone out of the room.
It could happen.
Oh my goodness. So this is just a regular ass roll,
Oh
right?
my god.
This is 8 against whatever you get for the challenge die.
All
Yeah.
right, let's go.
Oh, weak hit.
So on a weak hit, of course, succeed. So
Pay with the legs.
Luce, is still really heated, so breathing heavily, but trying his best, makes one trip with Goshi from across the room. Eyes start to flutter as he turns around and sees that Sparrow is slowly making his way over to Duke, who's trying to use the wall to stand back up. So Luce will grab Sparrow, bring him over to the end of the room, close the door behind him, as the room is now almost completely filled with gas.
Mm-hmm.
Luce runs back, grabs Duke, and helps him over to the door. And as they close the door behind him, leaving the gas inside, Luce starts coughing. And you guys can see that Luce is coughing up blood. So this gas, poison, whatever the hell it is Luce describes it as like inhaling fiberglass.
Oh, gosh.
And the inside of his throat and lungs are now broken up with tiny micro shards of glass and metal. So he will endure harm.
That's asbestos.
I will go ahead and say it's a serious harm. -2.
Okay.
Or you think major?
No, I'm saying the description for a weak hit is make it a minor cost relative to the scope of the scene.
Oh,
That's all. So I think it's fair.
yeah.
2 or 1, your call.
We'll make it interesting. Everyone's dying. I'll go for a 2. I want to die too.
We all die together.
This is actually the last episode.
Yeah. We didn't make it all the way.
Yes. All right,
No.
so I will take 2 -2 health, and then I will choose to resist with, what is it? Health or iron. So it would be health because it's 3. And then, so I got to roll.
Do you think resisting is only when you've reached 0? I'm kind of wondered about that.
What do you mean?
Oh.
When it says endure harm, if your health is 0, lose momentum equal to any remaining harm. Then, if your health is 0 or you choose to resist the harm. Oh, no, I guess it's clear.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's the or. I think if your health is 0, you have no choice but try to make like a saving throw.
Try and resist it.
Right.
All right.
Proceed.
Let's do this.
All right.
Strong hit.
Strong hit. Choose one.
Luce is gonna just, in the heat of everything, and with the adrenaline pumping through his veins, he's just gonna shake it off, and just like you hear Luce coughing, like, and then you hear him. You know how like when you gather like
Yeah.
snot,
Yeah.
like on purpose, it's like, and just, and you see like a clotted blood spew on the ground, and he just gets back up and says, "We need to get the hell out of here." So Luce will stay at 4 health.
So we are now in like a different room.
Yeah, so I closed the door behind us. We're away from the gas. Y'all 3 are shot, and I'm bleeding from the lung.
Okay. So Duke staggers into the room with the assistance of, well, as Luz is coughing up his life. Duke is kind of propped up against the wall, still trying to pack his wounds, but you can tell he's feeling weaker already, and he's paling a little in the face. He looks over at the whole situation of the whole crew, and he comes to Goshi and just kind of shakes his head to clear his mind, and opens his eyes real wide to kind of assess the situation. He says, we have to treat him right now. We need to treat him right now before we go anywhere. And he starts coughing also, and there's blood coming out of his mouth, and it's still pouring out of his chest wounds. And he's trying to figure out where we can get a first aid, I guess, but we got to give it a shot. See if we can stem his bleeding, because he won't get far with that.
Luce tells the crew, "One of you needs to patch him up. I'll keep a lookout to make sure that no one's coming down this hallway, since I'm the most capable at this current moment."
So Duke's like, "Sparrow, it's gonna have to be you." It's like, I could probably barely even hold a tourniquet on him.
So am I gonna check supplies?
Mm-hmm.
I think we all have one, typically.
Initial character generation, we get 1.
So I'm just gonna roll for heal then.
I mean, if you wanna roll and see if you have one, by all means. With the way this has been going.
Yeah, in a way, it's a good way to go.
I mean, nah. I'm just gonna assume we have it.
All right.
Honest. You could just go ahead and heal.
And just mark it off. Right, later on, you gotta mark it off. We use the med kit.
So you would make a heal move
Yeah.
when you provide treatment, envision the situation, and roll.
Gotta roll heart.
Heart.
Mend your own wounds.
I'm providing
receive treatment. Yeah, he's providing care.
Rolling wits.
Oh yeah.
Roll wits. All right. Okay, weak hit. On a weak hit, as above, which is the care is helpful, but the recovery costs extra time or resources. Choose one. Lose momentum, -2, or sacrifice resources. -2? Oh my gosh.
I'll lose my
Oof.
momentum.
So if your ally under your care is wounded, clear the impact and take or give +2 health.
+2 health. Okay, +2 health.
Oh, we haven't used impacts yet.
Oh. You know what? Why not use it now? I mean, that was a deadly
Well,
blow.
you got it clears the impact for you. I'll take one. Wounded. I'm not sure if that's really what would fit, but I'm gonna do it.
What else?
So the
is
impacts
on that?
limit your max momentum and your reset value
Right.
on momentum. And I think
Okay.
that might be mostly it. But I am marking myself as wounded. Okay.
So Goshi's healed.
Goshi's healed.
He did receive some healage.
Yes.
All right. So Luce comes back down the corridor and says, "All right, guys, are we good to go? We need to get out of here. You can bleed on the ship."
Can you try and patch me before we go?
Seeing that Sparrow has used his med kit, Luce takes out his from his gear, throws it to Sparrow and says, "Round 2." And walks back to go check to make sure no one's coming down the hallway.
You are now the expert healer.
I did it once. I can do it again, right?
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. I can't mess up twice, right?
Hey!
I learned and I did it even better.
That's right.
Use that experience. Well, clarify something. So it says on a strong hit, care is helpful. If you or the ally is wounded, clear the impact. And okay, so if you don't
so
clear
you
the
had the
impact, then
wounded.
you can get 3. Is that what I'm reading?
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
take
So
or
Goshi
give
could have
3
gotten 3.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
I
no,
could have done the
yeah,
same
you
thing
could have
too.
3
I could have done
because
the
you
same
didn't have
thing
an
too.
impact.
Well, I should have had
Okay,
an impact.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
So I will clear the impact and take the 2. Wow, so Sparrow's on a roll here.
I think I should change careers.
Pilot, expert medic.
Hey, field medic.
Yeah.
A field medic that's a navigator, that's pretty great.
That's pretty
honestly.
good. That's pretty good.
I know how to navigate to the
like
heart.
a scout.
Oh.
Yeah. Forward scout. Patched enough to not die.
Feeling
Yeah.
right. Either we use the map or I can try to get access to a panel.
I mean, we know where we're going.
Yeah, we can continue going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue going then.
So I'll say that when Luce comes back and sees that Duke is also healed, he gives a dope thumbs up to Sparrow.
Sparrow does
great
like
job,
the side eye, nod.
Duke gives you because you're like kind of unscathed. So Duke gives you a middle finger. He takes it as you rubbing it in his face.
So Luce turns to Goshi and says, "Goshi, you have to help Sparrow to the ship. Sparrow, you should give Duke your weapons so we can just clear the way. I'll lead. Duke watches our 6, and let's make it to this ship, man. We can't be that far."
All right, who wants to
Copy
do
that. Let's
the
do
set
this.
of course roll? Who's feeling
Set
good
of
here?
course.
I
Or
mean,
who
I'm
has
no
I
most
mean,
momentum?
I do have the set a course perk. So
Yeah, you can just
Oh,
yell
okay,
at me where to
okay.
go
yeah,
I'm the vanguard, but no direction.
yeah. So when set a course, I can follow the fastest path, take +2 on a strong hit, or follow the safest path. Add +1 on a strong hit.
Add +1 on a strong hit.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I think we can like.
No, I think it's a separate sentence. Follow the safest path, add +1, period. On a strong hit with a match, you charted a new path.
Yeah.
I think it's just a punctuation mark missing there.
All right. Get us out of here,
So
Sparrow.
we going the fastest or the safest?
We're taking the fastest. We need to get out of here.
I ain't going nowhere fast, but I'll do my best.
Well, as fast as you can go, my friend.
You're healed now.
It's
You only
not-
have one bullet hole in your chest.
I'm only bleeding from one. Like, I'm packed. I'm not healed.
Are we minusing our supply or keeping it at?
Oh, yeah.
Max.
Oh, that's right. We dropped
got a
2.
-2.
Oof. We have minimal supply.
Okay.
Oh, God. You can burn.
I could burn.
I think we kind of have to.
Yeah.
It's a miss or a weak hit on
All right.
momentum.
I'll go ahead and burn.
Wait,
Well,
don't you have less momentum? Didn't you have a -2 momentum?
Oh, did I not subtract? Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's right.
That's
From
right. That's right. Yeah. Okay, let me.
That was the
Is
cost.
it minus
That I
2 or
wanna
-1?
Screw us. But
It was -2. Way to
Okay,
go,
okay,
Eddie.
okay.
Thanks.
All right,
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Hey, well, you never know.
One of the listeners,
I could get a better
You
roll.
never know.
the listener
You
would have
never
been
know.
like, "They cheated.
Yes.
He
Here
lost
we go.
momentum."
Here we go. Huh?
Oh,
Thanks.
Okay.
He
Wow.
envisioned it. He knew.
See.
Wow.
All right.
Strong hit. Reach your destination and the situation favors you. Take +1. We found some favor.
Yes.
I got
Okay.
+1 momentum.
Okay. We're at the ship.
We're at the ship.
We're at the ship.
We're outta here.
What would favor us though? I'm trying to think.
No bad guys.
No, I mean, yeah, ideally, I guess.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You know what would favor us? Because obviously we had to come in through, because I think we passed the cargo hold, is if we found some supplies that we could raid.
Ooh, and
There
I
we
can do
go.
that. Oh no, that was my other character. Damn it!
You don't even know who you are.
I don't even know. I've lost so much blood.
So there's a roll to resupply, I think.
It is a resupply roll.
So since I'm
Yeah.
the most able, so once we get to the ship, now that there's a little bit more light than originally was there when we first landed, we can see that there are supply boxes, and
Mhm.
Luce is going to steal as much as he can.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Heck
So
yeah.
let's go with Shadow. Let's hope for the best.
Crossing fingers.
All right,
Okay,
weak hit.
weak hit.
Weak hit.
Let's see. So I can either choose unprepared, clear the impact, take +1 supply, otherwise take 2 if you're in need of a specific item or resource. All right, so I'll go ahead and say that we find 2 supply. So our team supply can go up to 3. But the cost or complication that I have to deal with is okay. So as we get to the ship and Lou sees all these like supply crates, he just immediately with his knife starts prying open a bunch of them. Pries open the first one, finds some med supplies, throws it into the cargo hold of our ship, goes to the next box, pries it open. And as he opens up the second box, he suddenly starts seizing from the gas and lung exposure. But just in time to like see more medical supplies there. But he immediately passes out and endures harm, just a -1 from falling onto the floor and clipping the corner of his temple on the supply box.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I will take a -1 for minor harm, and then I will obviously resist with health, and it's a weak hit. So on a weak hit, if I'm not wounded, I may lose momentum in exchange for 1 health. I mean, am I wounded? Oh, I guess that
Wounded is an impact.
the impact. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not wounded. So I will lose 1 momentum in order for 1 health. So my momentum is now at 1. But my health's at 4.
Okay.
And we got more supplies.
Do we want to...
Whew.
We're coming up on the end here. Hey, well, we don't really have a progress check to roll against.
Well, we have the find the source of the distress call.
Which we are now abandoning.
I mean, we found out that this is not it.
Well, that's true. It's somewhere else.
Correct. It's somewhere else.
Okay, we can leave that. I was just wondering if we should have one last...
Yeah, one last hurrah.
One last
One
thing.
last hurrah. One last thing we can do. They potentially wanted to kill us. The shard hunters are here. Oh, cripple the shard hunters.
Good. If we
ship.
we could take their...
If we can, on the way out. Hey, that means we get to use the ship's
which have been hiding all this time.
Hey. Yes. We get to use the ship's weapons.
Yeah, but would we want to do that? Don't we want to sneak away?
Okay.
Unless we want to get into a
don't have the
fight when
stealth
everyone's
mode,
half bloodied.
We're just just trying to blow some tires. That's all.
I guess we have to try to make a stealth move
what
to
if
get
we
out.
do that? What if we make an attempt to cripple their ship? Not by shooting it, but like physically doing something. Like one of us going over there to sabotage it.
Beat it with a stick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are in the hangar
That
bay.
would be securing an advantage. Yes?
Duh.
Sure.
That sounds like a plan.
With trickery?
Trickerations.
Yeah, trickerations.
I guess Duke would do it, right? Is he the guy for the job?
Are you tricky? You are tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
You and I are the trickiest.
What are we trying to do?
And I'm the, I know my way
trickery?
around ships.
You are the boss.
Mm-hmm. Or I can try to do it to see if I can interface with their ship.
I mean, I would imagine with our tech level, you would need to be inside their
You
ship.
got to get right up on the air.
Well, he has to get up to the ship either way too.
Not inside.
Unless you're gonna shoot at it. Not inside.
Unless
Yeah,
you're
okay.
going inside to sabotage their ship.
No,
I
I was
thought
just
you were
gonna
doing
like jack up an engine from the outside.
Yeah.
put a metal rod.
I was gonna jam the hangar bay doors, but okay.
But then how do we get out?
How do we get out? Yeah.
We get out for. Let's put it I can
Garage open.
and go.
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
All right. We'll while debating, Duke is like, you know what? I'm just gonna go.
You don't need to
I-
ask for
He's
permission.
like, I'm familiar with the ship. He's giving it an eye. He's like, all right, you guys get the Diliculum ready to go. Shouldn't take me long. And so Duke works his way over to their ship carefully, so as if anyone has stayed back on the ship to watch it, he of course doesn't want to get detected. But you see him make his way through stacks of supply boxes and starts grabbing like some random stuff that he sees in there. So he has this collection of supplies that he's bringing over to the ship, and weak hit. For securing an advantage, choose one, plus take 2 momentum, or +1 on your next move. I'll just take 2.
Or would it be the secure an advantage from the scene challenge?
Oh, is that different?
Oh, that's right.
from the
There's
scene.
2 secure advantage.
From the scene. Against the track?
Yeah, see, that's the issue. We didn't make one.
It's still kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
2 momentum plus 1 on the next move.
Yeah.
I will take the momentum.
Oh, it's a scene challenge. Yeah.
So Duke manages to get over there, and seemingly undetected, and he spends a little bit of time. You can see him working on with some of the stuff that he's collected. So he's kind of creating this mishmash of stuff that he's just gonna chuck right into the engine.
Nice.
And it includes all manner of like hard metal things that are now lodged together.
Oh.
Plus, he grabbed up like a kind of like a temperature blanket, but like several of them. So there's metallic blankets, and he has this whole like, I don't know, this big weird conglomeration of things, and he just throws it into the on the turbine or whatever it is, the engine. Takes a couple looks at it just to make sure that it's where he wants it to be, and then starts working his way back. Thankfully, no one follows suit. And as we, someone want to take us out of here?
Sparrow. Captain's back on board. Let's get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay, so I guess we start the edges. We out. We onto this planet with the Lady of the Lake.
Head to the original
Right.
course.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, as we're getting away, we can see that the Shard Hunters and their survivors have started their engagement inside the dock. So the Shard Hunters are retreating to their ship, and the survivors are pressing them. And as as the combat makes its way to their ship and they try to escape, they fire up the ship. The engine blows out.
Whoops.
Just blows a hole in the side of the
It just-
iron home.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
it starts blowing chunks of the docking bay.
Chiku, 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 chiku.
It's just like
Oh my
somehow
gosh.
the ship is more worse for the wear than we are. And he coughs up some more blood. He's like, God damn it, I need some more supplies.
Do we also mark on find the Lady of the Lake? Because technically we're going there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so.
know.
Nothing new has happened.
Yeah.
We were
Not
always
yet.
going to go to the planet.
We haven't actually made any. I don't know.
Progress?
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
That was
Oh my god.
that was close.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
We were getting down there.
Season saved.
Thanks for tuning in to Dawn of the Diliculum on the Pay the Price podcast. Dawn of the Diliculum and the Pay the Price podcast are products and trademarks of Samurai Beat LLC, which is a fan-funded organization made for you and made possible by you at patreon.com/samuraibeat. We seek to entertain and enable adulting gamers like you, and we appreciate your support, your confidence, and your inspiration. Thank you.